There we go. So Zoom is doing some changes because every time I get on now, there's something new that I have to click on. But we are good. And welcome to tonight's team call. It's the 24th of January. Craziness that we're this far in the month. And again, like I just said, we have 1 week left in January. And so I thought it was fitting to do a call on Success Club and closing the month out, because it is super important to reach your goals wherever you are right now. It doesn't matter where you are right now. But before we get started with that, a couple things. Let's see, sorry. First of all, Team Cup. So it's really kind of hard to put people together in that thread. So you guys take strong initiative and just start grabbing people to join your team if you don't have one already. So you definitely, I don't care how you feel about what you've done so far with coaching, you need to get on a Team Cup team, because it can completely change your world. It will change your world if you let it, because you're going to be paired with 4 other people who are going to be uplifting you all month. We're going to, be encouraging you, giving you best tips, and you're going to be basically success partners with 4 other people who are going to push you outside your comfort zone. And not to mention, if you hit Success Club, you win prizes. So who doesn't want prizes? Muting audio, sorry guys. So you win fun prizes, and what else? Oh, and if you join the Team Cup and you are the top Success Club point earner with All Access Challenge Pack, did you see that? The top 20 win a pimped out $1,000 gym makeover. So that's kind of exciting, right? So I don't care, like I said, I don't care if you've never hit Success Club, if you're a brand new coach or what. Join a Team Cup. It's fun. It's exciting. Yes, JL, you can do it. You can do it. I know you can. So join a Team Cup. And again, there's a thread, and it's going to get crazy because people are saying, I want in. If you see somebody needs a void in their team, just say, I'm on your team. All right. So it's hard to keep up with who's where and all that stuff. So just make sure you're on a Team Cup team. I'll post more about it so that no one's left out, but definitely do that. And so on to the top volume for the week so far. I'm at 480. Christina Millar is at 300, and Kristen Hansen is at 285. So awesome, awesome, awesome. And so I was going to go to the media call, but here's the deal. I put a post into the team page, and I said, what do y'all want to talk about? And it was kind of split in the middle of failing forward and also hitting Success Club at the end of the month. And is Kristen on? She is on. Hey, Kristen. Yay. I just don't see your pretty face. So I can't, and I wanted to do a call on like going for no and failing forward along the side of hitting Success Club by the end of the month. And I literally listened to the Go for No in 2 days. And I have so many notes. There's no way I can do the both of them together. So I'm going to try to kind of put them together in a sense that you hit Success Club and get some no's in the same sense. So what is Success Club? If you're new, Success Club is a benchmark of how many people you help per month. So right now we have an amazing All Access Challenge Pack, which is basically the best bang for your buck. It's giving you 3 points to get someone on track with that. Obviously, the regular challenge packs are 2 points. Shakeology HD is 1. And then there's the performance line as well. So it's the same kind of sort of thing. So your benchmark is basically a measure of what you're producing per month with your business. And again, it's aligned with how many people you're helping. So at this point in time in the month, being a week away, I mean, really and truly, it's not, I mean, there's still a ton of time. I just didn't want to wait until the very last day to do a call. So on Success Club. So I was listening to a national wake-up call from Amber Snow from back in 2013, I think it was. And it was basically the same call here that I see there's conversations going because people are looking at each other. I love it. It's great. Sorry. Okay, so you can go in one or two directions right now, depending on where you are. If you're at Success Club 0 or you're at 3. I know a lot of people are at 3, and it's awesome. And some people have already hit it, but that doesn't mean quit, right? It means keep going. So you can go in one or two directions. You can go into excuse mode and go, well, the month's almost over. I'm just going to wait until February when the cup starts, and I'm going to accumulate all my points then, right? Or you can say, I'm going to actually hit it this month and make it non-negotiable, and then start February fresh, right? So what you don't want to do is go into desperation mode, right? You don't want to be like super desperate, but at the same time, you want to create urgency, because it's easy to like invite someone to a challenge or invite somebody to coaching and then let them sit on it for 2 months, right? Well, you don't want to do that, obviously. There's not enough time to do that. So there's a list here that I wanted to kind of go over in how to, and you guys, whatever your tips are, to share them, because I know some of you are really, really good at like the end of the month, just pounding it out and making it happen. So be sure to share your tips too. But this is what I've written down so far. So, how to handle your current contacts. Make a list of everyone you've talked to, or not. Make a list. It has to be a concrete list. And you can't be passive and like, oh, well, you know, if you want to join my challenge group, it needs to be more like, there's an urgency. If you want to join my challenge group, I know you had interest in the past. We're actually getting started on February 6th. So if you do want to join us, you need to have your order in by January 20, whatever date. Do the calendar, right? So create an urgency and let them know that, you know, inviting them, saying, I know you had interest in the past. It might have been 2 months ago, maybe a year ago. It doesn't matter. I know you had interest in the past. If you want in, I would love to have you. I did not want to leave you out, but this challenge group starts on this date, and in order for you to actually do the challenge, you need to have your order in by this date. If this information is, you know, if we need to talk about it, let's get on the phone, or let's get on a text, or get on a Zoom call, some way to actually physically talk to the person instead of relying. I mean, and then it's great. Facebook Messenger is amazing. We're very blessed to have it. Think about founding coaches who didn't even have Facebook back in the day. So we're very blessed to have that. But creating urgency and saying, hey, look, I know you wanted to be a part of this in the past. Let's talk about it. Let's get on the phone or text or whatever and figure it out what's best for you. Current customers in your online office. So if you've been a coach for a while, or if you've accumulated some sort of leads through the lead program, then send them a communication through an e-card or an email, and basically just saying, how's everything with your fitness, your nutrition. Share with them that you're actually creating a new challenge group, and ask them if they want to be a part of it. So if you've been a coach for a while, again, you've probably got lots and lots and lots of leads from the lead program. So reach out and say, hey, it's a new year, a new you. Do you want to be a part of my challenge group? If not, no worries, but I am creating it and I want you to be a part of it if you want to be. And fortune is in the follow-up, kind of like I said, the first thing. And this is following up with everybody you've ever talked to. Seriously. I mean, and it's hard to keep track of that if you don't have a system. And I've been really, really, really bad over the past 4.5 years of keeping track of every person I've talked to. But if you create like an ongoing list of people you've talked to and follow up with them and just say, you know, is now a better time for you? I know it wasn't a good time for you back in April when we talked, but you were really interested then. Now it's a new year, so I'm following up with you, that sort of thing. Fortune's in the follow-up. That being said, I'm going to go back to what I was reading in the Go for No, and it's so interesting and it's so stinking true that, hold on, let me find it. 44% of people give up after hearing no as coaches or as anybody. So say you're a, I don't know, a copier salesman or something, and you go to a copier plate. I don't know. And you ask them, do you want to buy this copier, or do you want to be a part of challenge group? 44% of people, if they hear no that first time, will never follow up with that person again, right? And then 22% people give up after the second video. Sorry. I get so distracted. I must have OCD or ADD. One of those acronyms. Jeez. Or both of them. Probably both of them. Okay. Back to that stat. Okay. 14% of people give up after the third follow-up. 12% give up after the fourth. That's 92% of people give up following up with people. And research shows that people say no 4 times before they say yes. So do you see the disconnect there? 4 times people follow up, or they don't follow up, but it takes at least 5 to get a yes. So you need to go for that no at least 5 times. And that's okay, because you're going to hear that no over and over and over again. And that's, again, another call. I was going to go for no attached to this call, but that would be like 2 hours. So knowing that a no is not a bad thing, and not taking it as a negative context. Like, it's not a negative thing. It's just not, now it's not the right time. But still following up with the person over and over and over again, it may take 5, 6, 7, 8 times. If you give up on that, then they're not going to say yes, right? So you have to continue to follow up with people and hearing the no over and over and over again. I know you guys know that from just being on this call. I mean, you've probably said no. You've heard people say no, and they eventually say yes, right? When it's the right time for them. So, fortune's in the follow-up. And, all right. Okay. All right, so do you follow up with them if they say, I will get a hold of you when I'm ready? Sure. Yes, absolutely. You know, just say, I know you were going to get back with me when you were ready, but I just still wanted to invite you just in case, because I have a really exclusive group this time that I think you would enjoy, and I wanted to make sure just in case that now is the right time or isn't the right time. So sure. I mean, it's not, a bad thing to follow up with someone. Even if they don't reach out to you, doesn't mean they're not ready, And so yeah, I would. There's no harm in that. It's not like a threatening thing to follow up with somebody and to say, hey, I was just checking in. Hey, to see if you're ready this time. So number 4 was new contacts and people to invite. And this is just like one of our daily vital behaviors anyway, is just reaching out to people and saying, hey, you liked my post the other day about whatever I posted with fitness or whatever, and I'm hosting this new challenge group. It's really going to be exclusive for people who really want to make a change. So really, really just putting it out there, and not being afraid to reach out to people. We're a week out for the end of the month. Rip the Band-Aid off, right? Amanda, that's my thing. Rip the Band-Aid off. And just invite, right? So along with that of going behind the scenes, you also do want to post, obviously, 2 to 3 times in this coming week about an upcoming challenge that you're having. Make it time sensitive, and that for serious inquiries only. So you're basically going to put out there, I'm looking for 5 people who are wanting to lose 10 to 15 pounds in the month of February. My February challenge group is going to be Fit for February or something, whatever. You make it whatever you want it. And say, we're going to be and just lay it out there. We're going to be following a meal plan that's easy to follow. We'll be following a program that's right for you, designed best for you. And we're going to be, drinking this amazing superfood meal replacement, and you're going to be getting results. So doing these three things, basically, I'm looking for serious people who are ready to make a change. And that's all. I mean, we do this all the time, but make sure, it's eye-catching. And sometimes we forget a picture and people scroll. You guys, people scroll. They're not reading everything. They want to see something. So give them something visual to see that it's either you or it's your before and after, or somebody else's before and after, or something that's eye-catching to where they're like, wait a minute, stop. I mean, let me read what this, says. And that way, I mean, it's so easy just to type something and hope, but make sure your picture is capturing. And then, okay, so this is where your personal development comes in. I'm trying to talk too fast. You need to have supercharged PD, like supercharged, right? Your mindset has to be, this is non-negotiable. I am doing this. I don't care what happens. I am doing it, right? So supercharge your PD so that your mindset's there and it's supercharged. And your posture changes. It changes when you're super confident and, positive. So tell somebody, your success partner, your best friend, your husband, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, whoever, I'm going to hit this goal and I need you to make sure that I'm accountable to it. It makes a difference when you actually speak it and you tell someone that you're going to do it, right? So do that. And then also connect with your why on why you're doing this. Why are you coaching? Why are you doing this? And that helps you to push forward whenever you are getting the no's and you're like, this is kind of not going anywhere and I'm not helping anybody or whatever. Connect with your why you're doing this. And obviously that's a multifaceted why. It can be why to help people, why to build a business, why to build a better future, why to help myself with health and fitness. So this is one that, number 6, that took me a while. It's so funny how it's easy to connect with people who you don't know really well or you're not that close with, but by gosh, you cannot reach out to your mama or your daddy or your best friend who would do anything in the world for you, right? You're not going to ask them, hey, do me a favor. I really think you could get your health on track. And also, I'm trying to reach a goal this month. Can we meet in the middle here and you can get on Shakeology or a challenge pack and join my challenge group because I know you wanted to get into health and fitness. And I don't know, maybe it was just me, but I did not reach out to my best friends in the whole entire world. It's so funny because this past 2 weekends ago when my girlfriends from high school were here, literally we're sitting at a table having dinner. Actually, no, it was breakfast. And they were all complaining of digestion problems and gut issues. And I'm like, just sitting there, knowing that my bag of Shakeology in my kitchen could cure all those problems that they were talking about. And then it took me a day and a half into the weekend. I'm like, you guys, I don't know why it's taken me this long to talk to you about all of your issues that you've been talking about for the past 15 years, but this can help you. It's hard for us to talk to people who we, grew up with or come into face-to-face all the time for some reason. But they were like, oh, wow, really? I've had IBS my whole entire life. And I have all these different issues. And I'm like, what is wrong with me that I can't talk to the closest people, right, that could help them and just say, hey, can you help me help you sort of thing? So just think about those people in your life who would do anything in the world for you and you would do anything in the world for them and say, hey, listen, it's a challenge pack that can help you and it's going to help me reach my goals too. I know that sounds weird. Also, it's funny because in December, I don't know if you guys remember, I tried to hit this Success Club early in the month and it was December and it was the 17th or 18th and I was at 0 and I was freaking out. And my mom called and she was like, are you okay? I'm like, I'm not reaching my goals for the month, kind of freaking out. She's like, oh my gosh, can I do something? I'm like, do you guys need Shakeology? She's like, your dad does. Your dad needs it and he needs it for his Christmas present. And I'm like, Really? So that put me on the board, and my posture changed because, all of a sudden I'm on the board, and ended up hitting 20 something in December. Things change whenever you I don't know, but it's funny because that took a lot for me, because when I first started this business, they were not supportive of it, and it took them good probably 2.5 years before they even were supportive with the business. But anyway, the whole point is reach out to people who could use this and could also help you with your goals. That makes sense. All right. And like Eric Worre said in the video, I think it was today, I get his emails every single time he sends one out. Ask for it. He basically said, if you don't ask for it and lead someone to actually doing something, for instance, like somebody says, yeah, I want to do the challenge, I want to do this program, blah, blah, blah. And then you're like sitting there and go, what do I do now? Say, okay, great. And you direct them and tell them exactly what to do. Click on this link, choose your Shakeology flavor, and then check out. And then send me your confirmation number so that I know that it processes correctly. Sometimes we just are afraid to actually step-by-step process and tell them what to do when they say they're ready. And then we're like, well, what do I do when they don't respond? You go back and say, hey, you were interested. I didn't see you respond back with the confirmation number or whatever. So just want to make sure everything processed correctly. So people want to be led to actually the direction of how to make a purchase. All right. So I'm not that wonderful on the referral system, but I need to get better at it. So I wanted to put it out there. If you go with someone or you message someone, they say, no, I'm not interested, to say, look, I'm just here trying to help anyone who has health and fitness goals. If you know of anybody, can you refer them to me? Because, my whole goal is to reach out to as many people as possible to help them. And say, if you refer someone to me who I can help, I'll give you a $10 gift certificate to Starbucks or something. Just give them some sort of incentive to refer people to you. So it's kind of like what's in it for them. And that's what this book, I'm going back and forth from I'm all over the place with PD, but this book, Get Over Yourself, basically says, always tell the people you're talking to what is in it for them, right? It's not what it's in for you. What's in it for them? So, kind of put that out there, what is in it for them. Incentives sometimes work, sometimes don't. I know when I first started coaching, at the end of the month, if I had Hit Success Club, I'm posting on Facebook, hey, if you want to join my challenge group, I'll give you $20 back or something like, I don't know, but I wouldn't recommend doing that necessarily, but maybe if you talked to someone in the past who was interested, but they had an issue with the cost or something like that, you can go and say, I'm really excited about this new group and I wanted you in it so badly that I'm offering an incentive for you, whatever it is. So sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. If anybody else wants to talk about that, they can. And then a big one is posting before and after pictures, like I said earlier. And you guys, we have hundreds and hundreds of pictures in our online office under success stories. Those are for us to use anytime. So you can take these before and after pictures from people who have had amazing results. Not to mention, our team has had amazing results. So always, ask someone if they don't mind you using their pictures, but share those. I wouldn't say put a share button, but actually upload the picture and you know what I'm saying? Like shares aren't seen as much as if you actually post the picture and put, look at this person and what happened with them and tell a little bit of their story. And then you can kind of put out there, I'm also hosting a group for people who are wanting to get these kind of results, that sort of thing. People, when they see those results, are like, oh, wow, this is real. Like, this is real stuff. It's amazing how many people actually do reach out when they see these result pictures. So don't be afraid to use what we have as our resources. That's what they're there for. So posting Transformation Tuesday, Transformation Thursday, Throwback Friday, or Flashback Friday, whatever. Putting those out there a couple times a week just so that people are getting in the back of their head, okay, well, this person's actually doing something that other people are getting results with. So even if you don't have a challenger yet who has had results, use those pictures. Again, there's so many of them. It's amazing. At Leadership, Carl was talking about having a book of results and pictures of people who've had results. And that's what that is, basically, is in our online office. So many people who are doing amazing things, who share those. That's so powerful. When people see those, they will come out and be like, I've been seeing you post, and I think now's the time. So I would suggest over the next week or so, putting a couple out, just put 2 or 3 out there. I mean, don't spam people, but put one here, one there, and that's people, kind of putting it out there that you're actually posting a group. So we're at 8:27. Who has anything else they want to share? Because I know this is just a few things. Jen, I don't know if you wanted to say anything. I know you're really good at really nailing the end of the month, or anybody else. I didn't mean to put you on the spot, but.
I mean, for me, what's worked in the past is just, like Natalie mentioned before, but going back through your list or through your messenger or whatever you have to do. I mean, there have been times I've literally gone back in my messenger like a year and a half, as far back as I could possibly go, and looked for people who I talked to that kind of fell off, or I hadn't heard from, or I just never followed up with, and gone back and talked to them. And at the time, if it was like a sale or something, which I guess we can't really do that now, but I would go back and be like, hey, I know at one point you were interested in 21-day fix. This is the last day of the sale, which didn't always work anyway. So the fact that there's no more sales, I don't think that really makes a difference. But just going back and following back up with those people and seeing if the time is right, because you never know, if it's the right time for them now or not. That's one thing. I have tried giveaways or like some type of incentive, and that has actually it did work for me one time, and it just happened to be like at 11 o'clock on like the last day of the month. So I was very thankful that it worked, but that's the only time that one has actually worked for me before. So I had people like, oh yeah, that's great. Yeah, I'm definitely going to do it. And then they don't. And I'm bummed. So I don't know. I don't do that as much anymore.
It's weird. Sometimes people just really want, like, I used to post in my fitness group, my Team Motivator. I'd be like, oh, okay. Because I always try to hit at the beginning of the month, so I'm not super stressed at the end of the month. So I'd be like, oh, well, the first person who decides to go with the challenge pack gets E&E before we had Energize. And a lot of times people bite on that. And then sometimes I'd be like, I'll give you a 3-day refresh and a shaker cup and like all this stuff. And they're like, nobody responded. And I'm like, are you kidding me? Like, I'm selling my soul to you and you're not inviting. So it just depends. It's so weird. Some people are incentivized by incentives. Some people are not. So I guess it just depends. But
I think at the end of the day, it's just a numbers game. I mean, the more people you reach out to, and trying, something that I've been really trying to do is build those relationships up over time so that you're not just like blind, cold messaging people. But, if that's what it takes to get it done, get it done. Like at the end of the month, I'm like, well, whatever, all bets are off. Like I'm just going to talk to as many people as I can. So.
All right, let me see what else. Yeah, I literally have pages for this Go for No. I was like, oh, mind blown. So, I'm not going to go into that. Just like I said, there's not enough time. But just don't be afraid to go out there and reach out to people, especially this time of year. I mean, people want health and fitness. They might not know how to ask for it, so you have to go out and ask them, right? What else? Questions? Again, a lot of you are at 3 because of the all access. So that means one more person. And that's it, basically. Even if you're at 0, that's 2 people. So just be excited. And I mean, everyone on this call has had some sort of results, some sort of excitement with your journey so far. So share it with excitement, enthusiasm when you're talking to people. And this is another thing, like what I was saying before, is before you go into a conversation with someone or talking to someone, make sure you are like pumped up. There's a difference between going into a conversation, hey girl, I am having this challenge group. I wanted to see if you wanted to be a part of it. Or, oh my God, girl, I'm so excited. I feel so amazing. I have all these results from Quarter Force, and I'm so energetic, and I feel amazing. I would love for you to join me. You know, there's like a difference between just going into just or to, this is so much fun, or, you know, check me out. Look at my results. I thought you might like to see them. You know, supercharge. Anything else, anybody? What's Kristen doing? Flowers? Looks like it. We're only 8:33. Well, we might be ending early tonight. I mean, this is a big topic because you guys, my goal for this year is for everyone to really make their goals like at the beginning of the month and reach them. There's no reason why everyone on this call can't reach whatever goal it is that they want, because you've got it in you, you know you do. So it's just a matter of implementing things that you've learned. Nicole had a great post. I'm sorry, Nicole, I don't mean to call you that. But you had a great post in our New Level training that, you know, there's amazing videos out there. There's so much you can learn. But if you retain it and you don't do anything with it, then it's kind of lost. Like, okay, that's great. You know all this stuff. Knowledge is power, but knowledge is not power if you don't implement it, right?
Well, it gets so distracting because you're like, yes, Amy Silverman, yes, Bonnie Engel, yes, Carl. And then you're like, oh shit, I haven't done anything like 3 days. So you just like kind of have to self-check yourself, like they keep saying. And I really like this morning, I was like, oh my God, I've been like squirrel about all these training videos and not doing anything. So it's definitely important to like keep that in mind so you don't get lost in it, because it's easy to get lost. You can get lost for like 4 years if you let yourself get lost.
Well, it's interesting that, you know, sometimes we get lost and we get so soaked into PD like that, we don't do the other things. That's why they're all vital. That's why they're all vital. Writing, vital, right? Being improved, the product works, vital. Personal development, vital. Recognition, vital. So they're not, you can't just do one and expect the others to work. You have to do them all.
Like, you know, those V8 commercials where you're like, I should have had my vegetables. That's how I felt like all the time. Like, oh, stop watching the videos and do something already.
No one reminded me of the call. Who is that?
Amazing.
That's hilarious.
For the record, I reminded him.
She reminded me after the meeting started. Tuesdays I normally work.
I know.
Print your Facebook lists. I missed the first couple minutes because nobody tagged me or nobody reminded me of this. But print your Facebook friends list and then check people off. If you get a response, like put a note on there as to what the response was and if you can follow back up with them. When I did that last year, I reached out to, I think, 5 people one night. People I haven't spoken to in 5 or 10 years even. 2 of the 5 signed up without any questions. They didn't ask any questions. So you really never know who's going to say yes and who's going to say no until you ask. I mean, it's so crystal clear as to what you got to do. Just print the list and then print the list and start going after it. 5 a day, you're going to get your points easily.
So how many friends do you have on Facebook?
Me now? Well, actually, good question. I started In 2015 at the first summit, I had 190 or 250 or something around there. I think I have 950 now. So I've
Okay.
added 700 people in the last 2 years or so.
Wow. Okay. That's why I was wondering, because I have like close to 3,800 or something. So I couldn't print it, I don't think. But that's a great idea, because that's kind of like what TeamZ does. TeamZ, that, okay, cool. Look at you growing your network.
I will actually, because you can open a new tab or a new window and have like Facebook
Well,
and
they're doing about 3,000.
and I'll just have my friends list on like one half of my screen and just start shooting messages off. I'll just scroll down and just message one by one by one. So, yeah. So if you can't print it, because you're so technologically savvy, Natalie, you can just split screen. You can do that no problem.
To Jesse's point, like I agree. Like downloading that Facebook list is so awesome, because if you just go in your friends list, it's gonna automatically populate, unless you put people in specific groups, which would take forever if you have a lot of friends. But it'll auto-populate by who you talk to the most. So if you're just going down the list, you're just gonna be hitting the same people all the time, and every time. Otherwise, but if you print the list and you can see everybody, and then you, oh my gosh, I haven't talked to this person in like a year and a half,
If
So
you scroll to the bottom and work your way up, that's what you get exactly. You get the people that you just never talk to. Or like, I forget I'm friends with people. I'm like, oh crap, I haven't talked to that person in forever.
Like that. Scroll to the bottom. Taking notes. Cool. All right. All right. So, who is hitting Success Club in January? All right.
It really struck a chord with me in our training the other day when Lindsay Madway said that if you don't have any Success Club points, you're just a discount coach. And I was like, ooh, that was powerful. Because it's like, you sit there going, I'm a business builder. But if you don't have any Success Club points, you're not building your business. So I was like, oh, I'm non-negotiable, definitely now. Like, I don't know, it kind of just really stuck with me when she said that in that video.
Wow. That is kind of powerful.
I know. Powerful.
I mean,
jaw was on the floor.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, if you do other type helping people in sales and that sort of thing, but Success Club is the meat.
Yeah.
Is the meat. I actually did a call for Melissa. I'm having a brain freeze. She was on our call last month. Crap, that's terrible. Anyway, I hosted her team call on Sunday, and she's like, tell me your stats. And I basically was like, well, Success Club, 54 months. And she was like, 54 months? I'm like, does that make me old? I mean, like, this makes me sound really, really old. But really, truly, that is the secret sauce. It's just making sure you hit it, because the compound effect of that. And I know it's hard. I know it is. But if you stick to the vitals seriously and make it non-negotiable, then the compound effect will change everything. But she was a newer coach. She was like an elite coach, only been a coach for a year and a half or 2 years, and like 5 stars. So for me, she's like looking at me like, oh my God, 54 months. I'm like, well, that much makes me old. It doesn't make me anything other than that I've just been longer, right? That's all. But I don't know. I feel like everybody on this call can make it through this whole year. At least Success 5 every month. There's a reason why it's a benchmark, right? And I know I've been at Super Saturdays before where people were like, I've bought this for so long, I didn't want to focus on it, blah, 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 until I actually realized that it is a benchmark of how many people you're helping, whether it's bringing them onto your team or the kiddos on. I love the kiddos on this call. Is this sweet or what? Look at all the kiddos. Future coaches. All right. Well, does anybody have anything else? I don't want to keep you longer than necessary, but seriously, questions, anything, comments? Does this help at all? Okay, good. Yay, okay. All right, Team Cup again. If you're not on a team, let's pair you up. I think most of you guys are set up. If you're not, let's do this. If anything, it's just, I told a story, I think it was last week, where Heather, my coach, asked me to be on her Cup team. I was 9 months into the business, and I had only hit Success Club, I think 5, maybe 10 a couple times, but that was like rare. And she was like, we're maxing out on points. And you guys who are on my team, don't worry, I'm not making you max on your points. But it was kind of like, why not? Let's do this. And I was like, okay, well, and we came together and literally were success partners for a month, and we bonded and we made like lifetime so far friendships, and we pushed each other to where we were like, let's make this happen. And literally we all maxed out at 35 points, and we came in 3rd place. And that's the whole point of the Team Cup. You don't have to max out on points, but what you want to do is push yourself outside of your normal monthly comfort zone. That's so easy to get into your bubble. I can either hit or not, or I can do this or not. Strive for the sky's the limit, seriously, because you can do it. And use your team to motivate each other and push each other and uplift each other, and whatever's working for you, share. And if certain scripts or conversations or whatever is working for you, share it with your team, and then you win prizes. So it's a good thing. But all right, well, let's go ahead and take our fun picture. And let's see, everybody on that wants to be on. All right, and 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. All right. Thank you guys for getting on. And again, I hope this is helpful. And if you have any questions or anything else, then just post in the team page. And you have a great week. Love you guys.